This one hurts. This one really, really hurts. I know I said I was going to go off, and I knew, I'm definitely upset, but I'm not going to scream, I'm not going to yell, I'm not going to go all off, because there's no point in screaming and wasting my breath for this abysmal loss that we had last night. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles lose in overtime to Jason Witten, open in the end zone touchdown. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. I guess I'll start from the offensive side of the ball. Carson Wentz played one of his best games of the year. Dak Prescott did not play one of his best games of the year. Dak Prescott completed 48% of his passes. And I believe Carson Wentz completed about 78% of his passes. But there's just, I don't know, like I said, I don't know where to start in this video. Because we shouldn't have lost this game. We shouldn't have lost this game. We had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and there was horrible play calling, not just from Doug Peterson, but from Frank Reich as well. I'm not going to throw all the blame on Doug Peterson. He's a first-year coach. He's never done this before. He's never been in this type of game before where he's had to make the decisions. And you can't say that he had this situation in Kansas City because he didn't. Andy Reid was the guy in Kansas City when Doug Peterson was under him. So you can't really, I'm definitely going to throw some of the blame his way because of the fact that he kept calling wide receiver screens on 3rd and 1s when we were running the ball really, really well with Sproles. Sproles was a workhorse yesterday, and why we didn't give him the ball more on 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s instead of trying to throw these screens and these slants and these bullshit things. It's beyond me, and I don't know if that's something that Doug Peterson was thinking about before the game or if he's seen play film where we haven't. I mean, usually we get 3rd downs, and and Doug Peterson likes to take risks. So I don't understand what was going on in this game. I mean, we had Dallas. I mean, in the third, we owned the third quarter. I mean, we came out. We got it. We got a couple touchdowns. We were driving it down the field. I'm gonna be everywhere in this video, and I apologize to everyone. I'm gonna be everywhere. I just can't. My head's so fucked up to where I can't I can't follow a sequential order. So I apologize in advance. I mean, why throw a sweep pass out to Sproles to try to get closer to get the first down and then choose to punt it away or get us out of field goal range when Caleb Sturgis was literally ice cold. He was literally ice cold. He was an ice cold killer in this game, hitting everything. He was hitting 50-yard field goals. He was hitting everything, and we decided to do these stupid pass plays that didn't get us anywhere. We owned Dallas in this game in the third and fourth quarter. Like the first and second quarter, I don't really talk about much because nothing really happened in those. I mean, our defense played lights out. I mean, our defense played a really, really good game. We stopped Zeke Elliott from getting over 100 rush yards. I mean, he got over 100 all-purpose yards, but he's not throwing out these ridiculous numbers that he has been. Okay, and Dallas didn't look like Dallas up until this point. We exposed Dallas. Well, we exposed how they could be beaten. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Zeke Elliott was still running. I mean, he hurt us and he had a couple good runs, and he still hurt us. Alfred Morris came in. He was doing some things. I think what really hurt us on the defensive side of the ball was Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant came back after having being out 3 to 4 games. The dude was catching everything. He couldn't stop us. There's just so many problems, and I'll get to the problems eventually. I don't understand why Doug Peterson and Frank Reich are just choosing. When I even watched Doug Peterson's press conference, and he literally said Sproles was running the ball so effectively, and that's the reason why we kept him in the game. So why didn't you just keep running the ball on 2nd and 5, 3rd and 2s? Like, I don't understand that. And the turning point of the game for me was that fake punt from I don't even know his name. Whoever the punter is in Dallas, but he crossed my mind. He's irrelevant to me. But that's the turning point of the game, because if we would have stopped him, that would have kept 3 points off the board. We wouldn't have had to go into overtime. And the reason why, I'm a little upset with Doug Peterson, because he said and we had the opportunity to drive the ball down and get to the field goal. And we had like all of our timeouts and like 2 or 3 timeouts, and we decided to just not call timeouts and not elect to do anything. And it doesn't make any sense. And sorry, someone's calling me. Stupid. Well, Dallas had the ball, and then there was like 50-something seconds, and they just they weren't calling timeouts. And I don't understand that when you can get the ball back and try to get it down the field, throw a little deep ball or something, and it was fine. And we would have ended up winning the game. I don't know. I'm salty. It's a very salty loss. And I talk with my Philly Knights guys. Everyone was obviously upset last night. Everyone was either drunk or just straight fucked up last night. And they were all upset, It even got to the point where we were arguing about the stupidest things, and it's not. We're a brotherhood, and it is what it is. But I'm going to definitely I'm going to give props to Dallas, but the problem is that we let them hang around. You let Dallas hang around. I don't care who's the quarterback. I don't care if it's Tony Romo. I don't care if it's Dak Prescott. Okay, you have Dez Bryant. You have Jason Witten. Like Cole Beasley, I literally hate Cole Beasley, but he was making stupid. He was irrelevant until the 4th quarter when we couldn't guard him. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm just so salty. It's not even fair. We deserve this game, and I don't put any blame on Carson Wentz. Obviously Carson Wentz. I mean, Carson. It sucks for Carson Wentz because the guy has no help wide receiver wise. Jordan Matthews was irrelevant in this game. Aguilar dropped the ball. Huff was irrelevant. He had a good run, but I know Dorial Green-Beckham had a couple good catches. He dropped that 2-yard. He dropped the pass from the 2-yard line for us to get a first down and probably a touchdown from that point. Aguilar, I don't even want to talk about that fucking bum saying how it's not his fault, and he's sick of the Eagles, and he's sick of us saying that it's the drop balls, then da da da. I really hope we trade Aguilar. I really hope we get him out of there, because if that's his excuse to be the way he is, if that's gonna be his reasoning and excuse, then that a lot of the balls are contested. I don't care if a lot of the balls are contested. You get paid money to catch the ball. A lot of balls were not contested that you drop throughout the year. Okay? Another big, huge mistake was Doug Peterson deciding to put our rookie running back, Wendell Smallwood, in a crucial 3rd down, or whatever it was, near the goal line, and he fumbled it. That's been a constant issue for us. Even when McCoy was here, McCoy fumbled the ball sometimes. Ryan Matthews fumbles the ball. Huff, he fumbles the ball. And why put Wendell Smallwood in there in such a high risk situation? You know what I mean? I guess maybe Sproles was hurt, I guess, but put Kenyon Barner in. He's a little bit bigger than Smallwood. You know what I mean? And if if let's say Sproles was hurt or something, have Wentz can run, have him sweep out and try to get the first down himself. Horrible play calling, horrible clock management by us. Like I said, what really hurt us was that fake punt for like a 19 or 25-yard gain or some bullshit. I don't want to, Doug Peterson said he wanted to run the clock down and everything, and he wanted to run the clock down, but he was choosing to do wide receiver slants. And I'm just sick of I'm not trying to make excuses up or anything, because we deserved to win this game. There was no, we just let Dallas hang around and they won. There's nothing we can do. I mean, it's lost. We're still 4-3. It is what it is. There's still plenty of season left. Even though we have a really tough schedule coming up in the next 4 to 5 games, we have a really tough schedule. I'm salty, man. I'm salty as fuck. I just feel so bad for some of the players on our team that play so well every game, and well, I guess this is the point where I'm going to start just calling people out. I mean, Kelsey, you botched about 40% of the snaps to where Carson Wentz had to reach the ground and get him, or you botched him up too high. Kelsey, Kelsey needs to work on his center. I mean, I know he's the play caller. I know he's like the snap counter or whatever, but he botched a lot of snaps to Carson Wentz last night, and it just irritates me. It's not fair. I'm gonna call out Nelson Aguilar. I'm going to call out Dorial Green-Beckham. You know our system, man. You know all I've been doing is talking nothing but good about you. And you drop crucial passes. I'm going to call out we have no cornerbacks to help. We have Jalen Mills. We have Watkins. We have no help. And I'm not blaming Jalen Mills. He's our 7th round draft pick. The kid's a rookie trying to guard Des Bryant. Our defense played really well, aside from the blown coverage in the last play. And I think the reason why because the pocket collapsed. I think they were just trying to run and get after Dak Prescott to try to sack him, but you can't leave Jason Witten wide open. He's one of the best tight ends in the game. I mean, that dude's literally been in the game for forever, since I was a kid. And you can't leave something like that. You can't leave someone like him wide open. I mean, they probably double covered Dez, and they probably played hard on Terrence Williams. They probably played really hard on Cole Beasley, but you can't forget about all the other guys. Jim Schwartz doesn't blitz the ball. He only sends about 3 to 4 guys. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. And that was obviously we lost the game, and it's very salty. It's a very bad loss, very bad. I'm not going to yell and scream because it's not my place. I'm not EDP. I'm not some of these other dudes that make videos, and it's just not my thing anymore. I'm too old for this, man. I'm too old to be yelling and screaming, waiting for my team to actually play good. We deserved the win, but the way we performed in the 4th quarter, Dallas deserved the game. Okay, Dallas deserved the game. They hung around. Dallas defense played really well. Ezekiel Elliott is a workhorse. I mean, I feel bad for him because of this domestic violence nonsense that he's dealing with. And I feel, it is what it is. But the dude just kept getting spoon-fed and just the dude's a monster. And Dak Prescott's playing very well. I mean, Carson Wentz clearly was the better quarterback numbers-wise, and I think performance-wise in the game. We don't have a Des Bryant on our team. We don't, you know what I mean? Aguilar played like shit. Jordy Matthews had a couple good catches. Josh Huff was irrelevant. Zach Ertz, you're a fucking bum. You ask for the ball so many more times. You can't get open. We have Selleck in the game. We have Trey Burton in the game. Like, there's a reason why you're not in the game, Ertz. And Ertz. I'm calling Ertz out because that dude, he shows such good promise, and then he gets frustrated because he doesn't get the ball. You don't get open, man. Like, you don't get open. You're not Gronkowski. You're not Tyler Eifert. You're not Jordan Reed, man. You're a big dude, but you're not those guys. You're not just gonna. You have to run. You know what I mean? I don't even know, man. We need help. We need a lot of help. Like I said, I didn't expect a Super Bowl run this year. I expected maybe a first round playoff berth. But it's sickening to me. It's sickening because this is the game. This is the game where we came in and we beat Dallas, and we were in front for the lead, and we would have went to the Giants next week, and we would have beat the Giants, and then we would have went on. Then I think we have Atlanta, Seattle, and Green Bay. Like, talk about a tough schedule, but hopefully we do something in the trade deadline. But we lost this game because of ourselves. We did not lose Dallas didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. And I hope, and I'm Doug Peterson, you say it's a learning experience. How long can you go? How long can you say it's a learning experience before you say it's not a learning experience? We're into week 9 now, man. Okay, these guys are still dropping passes and they're still fumbling the ball the same they did in week 1. So what are you doing? On that note, this video has gone on way too long. I apologize. I'm just really upset. Shout out to all my Philly Knight fans. You know who you are. I'm not even going to mention them. You know who you are. I love you all. But salty loss. And hopefully good things happen. And go Birds.